Okay, now that those meaty veggies are in the oven, the next thing I like to do is prepare the meat for the week as well. So I'm actually going to ask Karen to do this one for me. So you'll find this week we're doing Spanish chicken. So the recipe calls for skinless drumsticks. It makes a huge difference having skin on your drumsticks to skinless. So it's always best to take that skin off. But I'm going to ask Karen to do that for me.
Right, thank you.
While I clean up.
All the chicken drumsticks, once again, if you find them on special, buy them and pop them in the freezer because you will use them. But I'll just show you how to skin a couple of the chicken drumsticks. Very easy, just slice around the bottom of the bone, slice down this way, and you'll get the skin will just come away usually quite easily. You might need to work it with your fingers a little bit, but you'll see how the chicken skin just comes away. And all of your fat content is in that chicken skin, so you don't actually want to eat it. Grab your knife and it helps pull it off the end, and there is your skinned drumstick. Just put it away to one side. I'll show you again, just around the bottom of the bone. Give it a little slice down to get the skin loose, and then just work it down. And it's great to do before you even pop them in the freezer. Skin them, you're not tempted to eat that chicken meat, and it comes off so easily while it's fresh. Just like that. Great. And I'll just keep doing these quietly.
All right. The other thing is, like, depending on how you want to do it, with a steak, obviously you can see they are too large for what the recipe calls for. We're always looking at about 140 grams. Depends what mood I'm in, whether I go that far, but sometimes I'll take them out and cut them to the right sizes as well. So feel free to do that. And again, everything you do now saves you time later on in the week. Chorizo sausage, which again is in this week's recipes. I take it out. Now this is where I'll need to get the scale so I can weigh it. Move those out the way. So I'm just going to weigh that sausage to see how much it does weigh on its own. Okay, so that's 135 grams and the recipe calls for 60 grams. So I know if I basically just about cut that in half, I'll be close. All right, let's see how we go here. Look at that, beautiful, 60 grams. Oh, it's actually 62 grams, but I don't think that's going to hurt. It's neither here nor there. All right, so what I'll do then is, I know that the recipe calls for it to be diced, so I'll just cut it up and give it a quick dice. And again, just pop that into like a Ziploc bag or something like that, ready to go for your recipe. And the stuff that's left over, pop it in the freezer. The freezer's a fantastic place. And don't be shy about putting, you know, most things in the freezer just to keep them. All right, I'll do that shortly. Just cutting them in half. And in half again. And you'll see how much easier it makes when we come to making those recipes through the week. You'll see how much easier it is actually having all this prepared first up. It may seem like it takes a little bit of time doing it now, but you'll really, really appreciate that you did it when it comes time to actually doing the recipes. Okay, so that's done. I'll just get a Ziploc bag. Actually, I'll write on the Ziploc bag first so I know what it is. Just use my texter and I'll put on there 60 grams chorizo. Pop the chorizo in and into the fridge it goes. Voila. And I'll pop this into a freezer bag and pop this in the freezer and keep it for next time when I need it for a recipe. And I don't need to write on it, I can see that it's chorizo through the bag there. And into the freezer.